Welcome to Incorporating Superpowers. I am your host, Justin Reckla, and today we are going to be talking about scaling up your business. And fortunately, we've got somebody who's an expert in the industry. She's an attorney. She's based out of Florida, and her whole business model is about scaling up your business. We met at CEO Space. She is an absolute phenom and powerhouse. Lauren Cohen is one of just when you get to feel her energy and talk, you're going to know what I'm talking about here, folks. She knows her stuff. Lauren, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Oh, thank you, Justin. It means so much to me to hear you say that. You know how I feel about you and about CEO Space, and it's such a blessing to be part of that amazing community. So I can't wait for the end of July.
Yeah, end of July is going to be fun. And if you're going to be in Dallas, folks, make sure you get out there and join us. It's an absolutely phenomenal network for your business, and real do wonders for it. So Lauren, scale up. That's the name of your business. Talk to us a little bit about what it is that you do and the magic that you bring to business owners.
Absolutely. Thank you, Justin. So basically, I've been an immigration and concierge corporate attorney for many, many years, working with businesses all over the world and domestic businesses raising money. And I saw this pervasive problem among these business owners, which you see as well on the other side, that they are spending so much money on all that fun, exciting sales and marketing and coaching, and no money on the proper vetting and the foundation of their business. And without a rock solid foundation, they're going to have a lot of trouble scaling. So I created a 3-step system that uncovers the gaps in their business and provides them with the solutions to fill the gaps so that they can scale up, increase their profits, access much better strategic partnerships, and ultimately have a lucrative exit. So it just was this pervasive need. You know, we see it. You see it too. $25,000, $30,000 a year on a coach. Nothing on, do you even have a company? You have all these joint venture relationships. What are they? Do you even know what a joint venture is? So that's basically what I created, and love working with people like yourself that are looking under the hood of the businesses.
Well, you're so right, and I think this is, folks. If you're listening to this, you have a business. What Lauren's talking about here is that piece of self-dominion in your business that we see this over and over again, especially in the startup world. That there are so many people that they have a great idea, and then they go spend a ton of money on marketing, branding, systems, and they have yet to sell anything.
Right.
But yet they're out there dropping money on something that they're wanting to sell, but they haven't sold anything yet. So they haven't even taken the steps forward to, like Lauren said, they don't even have a business. Now, exactly. By all means, they can be operating as a sole proprietor, and that's fine. However, everything that they're investing in is not designed to be built upon a sole proprietorship. The only way it works is through an actual legal business entity and protecting your intellectual property and so forth. And we see so many entrepreneurs and business owners that want to go out there and run fast, and they want to do all the super sexy stuff and the email funnels and all these kinds of things. But then the minute you look underneath the hood, there's nothing there, and the business collapses without that single entrepreneur. And it's not really a business. It's a whole other beast in itself. So Lauren, what are some of the things that you help business owners put in place to start creating that foundation for themselves?
So thank you. There's we go through this 3-step analysis, and the first step, we assess the gaps. So we do a 7-point inspection. We cover 7 areas: funding and capitalization, business planning, which I've been doing business plans for far too many years, like at least 20, branding and marketing, legal and compliance, of course, that's my baby, financial and taxes, operations, systems and backup security, and insurance and licensing. So what we do is we look at those 7 areas, almost like a 7-point inspection at the car place, at the car mechanic. But the mechanic doesn't necessarily have the ability to fill all 7 areas. So I'm not a branding expert. I certainly don't profess to be. But I'm going to know if your brand is lacking, if there's a gap between your branding and your legal, or your branding and your operations. You don't have operations in place. Let's get those systems in place. So then we come in and we provide. So there's assess, Diagnose, deliver. In the assessment phase, we assess the gaps. Diagnosis is when we provide a prescription to fill the gaps, like a GPS. We give you a destination because ultimately you want to reach a destination. What is your goal? Do you want to exit? Do you want to scale? Do you want to? Are you in a turnaround mode, which is a very common business owner we get? Because, like you said, so many of these startups, especially in the tech industry, they start and they run, and some of them do realize great profits, but they hit a wall at a certain point because they haven't paid attention to that foundation, or they've become absentee. Right?
Yeah, and they're only able to go so far.
Exactly. They spin. Right. Yeah. And then the third piece is delivery. So the delivery is all of the professionals that you need to fill these gaps. For example, Justin and I have a strategic relationship where Justin's team, the Clear Directory, is my vetting partner. So when we have a strategic relationship we're undertaking, we would bring Justin's team in to look at those partners to make sure that they are in the clear, as Justin says, which means properly vetted, right? Is that the right term, Justin?
Yep, you're right.
Justin and I resonate, besides the fact that I really like him, is at the last CEO space, when he got up to speak, he says, we bulletproof your business. I'm like, hold on a minute, I bulletproof your business. But the beauty is that we both bulletproof businesses from very different perspectives, which is why we complement each other so well. We can talk branding, but we're not experts at that. We can talk operations. We're not experts at that. We're experts at what we're experts on. And the key 4 words that I use it day in and day out, over and over and over is, and you'll love these, I know you've heard me say them, stay in your lane. Because if you don't stay in your lane, you're going to screw up and you're going to go like this and veer off track, right?
Yeah, it's folks, what Lauren's talking about here is so important, and especially if you're transitioning, recognize that you don't have to do it by yourself or all alone. You don't have to, and at the same time, if you haven't sold anything, you might not need any marketing just yet. Go out and sell something. Recognize that your brand, your logo, the way your website looks and feels, it's going to evolve. It's going to evolve with you. The key to it is, just like you said, stay in your lane and be where you're at. It is such a huge mistake that entrepreneurs make, is they want to be making $1 million a year, but they haven't sold a single product or service yet. And they go out and they want to put foundational pieces in place that they haven't put any base work in. They haven't done the steps. They haven't done any of these things. They're putting money in towards a marketing or sales coach. But really, what it is, what do they have to market or sell? We've seen this all the time. Well, I'm in business. Well, awesome. What do you sell? What's your product?
Yep.
They can't define it yet. They're out there spending money on stuff that they don't need. Lauren, we're going to dive into this rabbit hole a little bit. But where can people find more information about you?
Absolutely. So the best way to start the process of uncovering your gaps is by taking our free quiz, where we will actually show you how to uncover your gaps and then provide some strategic solutions to fill them. And the quiz can be found at showmethemoneyquiz.com, www.showmethemoneyquiz.com. Sure. It's that simple. Okay. I think the next one's going to be bulletproofyourbusiness.com. But and also I'm all over the social media, Scale Up Checkup, and Lauren at scaleupcheckup.com. So do we need to take a break now, Justin? Is that what you said?
Yep, we're going to take a quick break. Speaking about Show Me the Money, go get your business checked out at showmethemoneyquiz.com. But stay tuned for a word from our sponsor here, Show Me the Money. Matter of fact, our Crypto Wealth Coach, our show sponsor here, you're going to take a look at a quick video from him. We'll be right back.
Are you an entrepreneur who speaks at conferences? Have you attended a conference and seen someone on stage you know is guilty of bad business practices? If you want to stand out from the crowd and give your prospective clients peace of mind, then make sure your business is in the Clear Directory. All of our members operate in transparency and are screened annually for frauds and scams. stand out from the crowd and get in the Clear Directory. Visit clearbusinessdirectory.com/join to sign up today.
All right. Welcome back to Incorporating Superpowers. I'm your host, Justin Rickla, and today we are talking to Lauren Cohen. Before the break, we were talking about the foundational pieces of business that a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of startups, and a lot of business owners in general don't necessarily put into place, and they're operating their business like an LLC or a full-blown corporation. They've got all these pieces in place, but they're doing it themselves, for one. Mm-hmm. But two, they don't have the right foundational pieces in place, and so they're apt to fail. Or three, they're spending money on things that they're not ready for, they don't need yet, or they're ready for, but they need to put 1, 2, 3 in place before they can effectively utilize the thing that they're looking for next. And it's not just as simple as, well, I'm going to go out and I'm going to create this thing. Well, you can go out and create this thing and sell this thing, but if you don't have the right intellectual property paperwork in place, you haven't registered the idea, there's all sorts of things that you have to do in order to protect yourself that I think a lot of entrepreneurs go out there and they operate from a place of blinders on, right? Oh, dear God, please don't, woo. And we see this all the time in the vetting stuff, because people won't vet people. They won't do any due diligence on the person. And they go into it just thinking, oh, God, please just let me get through it without it being a headache. And if they make it through, and sometimes they do, they wipe their brow and they come out okay on the other side. But the unfortunate part is, folks, if you're not doing your due diligence, if you're not setting up the foundational pieces in place, you're putting your business at risk, because when it doesn't work, you fall hard. Depending on how far you've gone up in the stratosphere up to that point and how lucky you've gotten, the fall can be very, very painful. So, Lauren, what are some of the foundational pieces that you like to help put in place that you see across the board in the industry that business owners need to be establishing for themselves?
Well, the first one is one of the most important, obviously, is setting up the proper entity. Don't just guess, oh, I need an LLC. Don't just say, let me get something set up in my home state. Speak to an accountant and an attorney, qualified, vetted people that you trust, which is part of the network that we've built. Because you don't want to just set up an entity. Let's say you want to develop a nonprofit. You may not be choosing the right entity if ultimately you want to build a nonprofit, which is I love building nonprofits for businesses, because they augment credibility and so on. They increase your impact and your footprint. But it's really important not to just, like you said, take it all on yourself. There's no I in team, and you can't get where you're going on your own, unless you happen to just be really lucky, but that's the exception and not the rule. Look, we're both part of this very amazing collaborative network where everybody is available to help each other. And I've seen these posts lately, like, what is the best thing that you get from CEO space? And almost everybody says collaboration, because you always have somebody that has your back, okay? And that's what my business is all about, somebody to have your back, because you've seen this. People download documents on the internet every single day, right? Okay? Even lawyers download documents on the internet. But lawyers are able to look at those documents and know, hopefully, not all, your criminal lawyer is not the one to ask about your corporate matters, just so you know. Your divorce lawyer should not help you to set up your LLC necessarily. We have to stay in our lane too, right? So, and people ask me about family law stuff all the time. I'm like, that is not my specialty. I don't even know the rules in Florida. Here's my colleague. She's an expert. He's an expert. Go see them, talk to them. So
and that's collaboration.
That's collaboration. And knowing that the people that you're referring them to are going to look after them the same as you would. Because my whole, I've been working in this concierge business model for many, many years in the immigration world, putting projects together to raise multiple millions of dollars from foreign investors to bring them into the US. And there's like 8 components and 8 moving parts and 8 professionals under my umbrella kind of thing. And it's important because you don't know what you don't know. And hopefully the person that you're collaborating with or referring them to is able to help with that. So and then so don't download those random internet documents, but also think about this. Hiring somebody off the internet is like it used to be in the old days with the yellow pages when people would pay for have the AAA, blah, 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 right? And now it's like Google AdWords, Facebook ads. Oh, look at that, you're at the top. Does it mean that you're really good? No, it just means you have deeper pockets to pay for those funnels or those ads or whatever it is. So don't be fooled by what you see as perception, because perception is not reality. You have to work with somebody, a trusted advisor that truly has your back and can kind of intervene and speak on your behalf and provide that collaborative network for you. And not everybody has that mentality. And if they don't, they're not going to last long in CEO space or in either of our worlds, because that's what we're all about. And that's why we work well together, because just like as we got on the phone, I said, hey, did you see the email I sent? Because I have an idea for Justin and I to collaborate on something, because it's a win-win. And at the end of the day, what we create is win-win-win. Win for the original provider, win for the partner, and win for the client. That's just an all-around win. And who better to do that than a collaborative network of professionals?
Absolutely, folks. And to add on to what Lauren was saying, is perception is not always reality. Sometimes when you're seeing, when you're looking at the world, especially in the business world, through a red lens, and other people are telling you it's blue, you're never going to be able to see blue if you're constantly looking through the same lens. And I think what Lauren's getting at here is the fact that a lot of business owners will only see things one particular way. And in business, in order to make smart, educated decisions for yourself, for your clients, for your employees, you have to be able to take the lens off,
right,
and see things in from a different perspective, from multiple perspectives, so you can frame up your own perspective and do things different. And she's absolutely right. Don't take just because you saw it on the internet as it being legitimate. Don't take it just because you saw it on the internet and you found it a free download that it's exactly what you need. And recognize that, especially in terms of legalities and contracts and agreements and so forth, you're going to want another set of eyes on it, because like she said, you don't know what you don't know. And when you operate from that place, you leave yourself open to risk, because you got the blinders on, and you don't want to set yourself up for it. You can do that, and by all means, that may be your path. You may have to go down that and learn a couple of hard lessons.
Yes.
But folks, it's a lot easier to do it with somebody that's working for you on your side. Lauren, you and I can talk about this kind of stuff for days.
Yes.
Real quick, we're because I want to make sure we honor your time, because we are running short. Where can our listeners go to find more information about you?
So again, on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn especially, very big profile on LinkedIn, lots and lots of connections. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. It's all about Scale Up Checkup. All one word, Scale Up Checkup. Or try our quiz so that we can set up a free call to figure out where your gaps are so you can fill them and increase your profits at showmethemoneyquiz.com. Lauren at scaleupcheckup.com. And you can also call us toll free, 866-724-0085, 866-724-0085. It would be my pleasure to work with each and every one of you to see where the gaps are in your business and how we can help to fill them so you can achieve your goals.
Absolutely love it. And if you can get to Dallas, or you're interested in getting to Dallas, drop me a line or shoot us a message here, and I'll get you the information so you can get to see a space as well. That way you can meet Lauren in person, you can meet myself in person, and we're both assist you with your business while you're there at the forum. Lauren, thank you so much for being on the show today. I look forward to see you at the end of July. And folks, until next time, go out, take the lens off, and start incorporating your own superpowers today. Bye.
Thank you.